Good morning, students. I am Ms. Republica Baruhai, Assistant Professor, Assam Downtown University, Guwahati, Department of Pharmaceutical Science. So today I will be discussing regarding the topic that is proteins. So now I'll be discussing about what is proteins. The molecules which yields amino acids upon hydrolysis are called proteins. Proteins are natural polymer of amino acids. The number of amino acids in a protein molecule may range from 2 to several thousands. Protein molecules contain nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They are the basis for the major structural components of animal and human tissue. They also act as biological catalysts, that is enzymes, which form structural parts of organisms, participate in different cell reactions, act as molecules of immunity, and also provide fuel. Now comes the classification of proteins. So proteins are classified into three types, that is simple proteins, conjugated proteins, and derived proteins. So first of all, what are simple proteins? Those which give one amino acid only upon hydrolysis are termed as simple proteins. Conjugated proteins, those which give an amino acid and a non-protein group upon hydrolysis are termed as conjugated proteins. Then derived proteins, those which are derived from simple and conjugated proteins are termed as derived proteins. Now the simple proteins are there, the albumins, that is blood. In blood, that is cerambumin. In milk, it is lactalbumin. And egg white, it is ovalbumin. In lentils, it is legumulin. In kidney beans, it is phasolin. And in wheat, it is leucosin. So these are the different pictures of simple proteins. So simple proteins that albumins are, these are the globular protein which is insoluble in water and dilute salt solution. They are precipitated by saturation with NH4 to SO4 solution, that is ammonium sulfate solution, coagulated by heat and found in plant and animal tissue. Now comes the globulins. In blood, it is serum globulins. In muscles, it is myosin. In potato, it is tuberin. In Brazil nuts, it is exelsin. In hemp, it is edestin. In lentils, it is legumin. So these are the different pictures of globulins. So globulins, they are the globular protein and they are sparingly soluble in water and neutral solutions. As we discussed that albumins are fully soluble. They are not soluble in water and in dilute salt solutions, but the globulins they are sparingly soluble in water and neutral solutions. These are precipitated by dilute ammonium sulfate. They are coagulated by heat and distributed in both plant and animal tissues. Now comes the glutenins. In wheat, it is present as glutenin, and in rice, it is present as oryzanin. So glutenins, they are insoluble in water and dilute salt solutions, and soluble in dilute acids, and are found in grains and cereals. Now the histones. Thymus gland, pancreas, and nucleoproteins, that is nucleohistones. They are soluble in water, salt solutions, and dilute acids, and are insoluble in ammonium hydroxide. And they yields large amount of lysine and arginine, which are combined with nucleic acids within the cells. Now comes the scleroproteins. They are the connective tissues and hard tissues. Fibrous protein, it is insoluble in all solvents and it is resistant to digestion. Then conjugated proteins, that is the nucleoproteins. Cytoplasm of cells, there it is present as ribonucleoprotein. Nucleus of chromosomes and ribosomes, it is present as deoxyribonucleoprotein, and viruses and bacteriophage. It contains nucleic acids, nitrogen, and phosphorus, and it is present in chromosomes and in all living forms as a combination of protein with either DNA or RNA. Then comes the mucoprotein. Saliva, that is mucin, and egg white, that is ovomucoid. Proteins combined with amino sugars, sugar acids, and sulfates are termed as mucoprotein. Then glycoproteins, bones, that is osteomucoid, tendons, that is tendomucoid, and cartilage, that is chondromucoid. And they contain more than 4% hexosamine mucoproteins. If less than 4%, then it is glycoproteins. So here it is said that 4% hexosamine, if it contains more than 4% hexosamine, then it is termed as mucoproteins, and if it contains less than 4%, then it is termed as glycoproteins. So now the phosphoproteins. In milk, it is termed as casein, and in egg yolk, it is found as ovovitelin. Phosphoric acid joined in ester linkage to a protein. Now what are derived proteins? They are also termed as proteans. Elastin from elastin and myosin. It results from short action of acids or enzymes, and they are insoluble in water. Proteases, intermediate product of protein digestion. They are soluble in water but not coagulated by heat, and they are precipitated by saturated ammonium sulfate and results from a partial digestion of protein by pepsin or trypsin. Then comes the peptones, intermediate product of protein digestion, same properties as proteases except that they cannot be salted out, and they have the smaller molecular weight than proteases. Now the peptides. They are the intermediate product of protein digestion. 2 or more amino acids joined by a peptide linkage, hydrolyzed to individual amino acids. So in my next video, I will be discussing about the structure of proteins. Thank you.